Hey y'all, this is Skai Juice coming to you live and direct from the beautiful island of Puerto Rico. And this message is in response to a post that I posted today about creating a plan to get rid of your job and coming down to paradise. It doesn't have to be Puerto Rico, but I do think that living in the Caribbean is so fabulous. It could be South America, it could be Africa, it could be India, it could be a lot of places in the world that is dreamy for you. For me, it's Puerto Rico, and here I am. And I got hit in my inbox by several people who were like, okay, so you're going to tell us? And I started writing, and I was like, okay, this is too much, because I really, I got a lot to say, and I just don't feel like writing today. I love writing, actually, though, but so what is it going to take for an individual, specifically with children, with a family, to pack up and move out of Baltimore or New York or Chicago or Philly or where have you, and come down to an island that may be foreign, maybe a foreign language, and create their reality, whatever it may be? I can definitely tell you the simple answer is it's all in your mind. And what motivated me is the dream of, first of all, very simply, I hate cold weather. So I knew that my time in the U.S. was very short. I grew up in the Virgin Islands, so I grew up as a sunshine, sandy baby. I was always at the beach. I used to live in a bathing suit. I used to sleep in a bathing suit. It was crazy. So going to the States, there's just this big, myth. I call it a myth, but there's this big thing where people leave the Caribbean and go back to the States in the cold because they're looking for that job, that success, et cetera, et cetera. And so they find it, they're making tons of money, more money than they'll make down here, and then they get to come down here for a week, once a year, if that. And that really didn't sit well with me. That whole thought didn't sit well with me. So a couple things I recommend folks doing in order to live a life that you dream of is to first think it and believe it. You have to write it down. You have to, you have to start writing your plan, your agenda. I remember when I was in college, and who spoke? I know who spoke. Malcolm X's wife. Betty Shabazz. And she spoke at Lincoln University, and it was so awesome because in the audience was Coretta Scott King. They both came together. And Betty Shabazz said to us as students of Lincoln University, make sure you write your agenda. Write your agenda for today, for next week, this month's agenda, the agenda for this season, this year, the next 5 years, etc. You should always be planning how you're living, what you're doing, what you're going on. And I write everything down. I am a to-do list babe, okay? The second thing I would say that, is really imperative, it's probably the only way this is going to work for folks who don't want to wait till they retire. You have to develop an entrepreneurial mindset. If you are afraid, I tell people all the time, there's no job for me. I can't barely work at a job, because if I'm at someone's job, even if it's a gig that I'm doing, I'm thinking about how I can make this thing better, because that's how I think. If you do not have the entrepreneurial mindset, you need to develop it. You need to. That is true freedom. Not to saying entrepreneurs make tons of money, because I don't be having money all the time, but I have time, okay? And I have time to be creative and keep creating opportunities for me to make money and live wherever I want to. Some of you may or may not have known I had the Yava Pot back in Baltimore, which was a really cool vegan juice bar cafe, and it did really well. But honestly, I just didn't want to be in Baltimore, and I didn't want to be in the cold. So, I sold that and moved on, but I had some skills. So having an entrepreneurial mindset is the only way you are going to have that life that you want to live in a tropical paradise. When I look at what they call here in Puerto Rico the gringos is just a term that they use for not just white folks, but just folks who are not from here, from Americans, Americanos. They are all business owners, okay? All of us. We all own something. We have a service. We do very few folks just are sitting on money. Let's just be real. Folks here who come down here and live here, they don't have family. People ask me, "Do you have family here? Is your husband Puerto Rican?" I was like, "No, I just came here because I like it." And they're like, "Wow." Because they can't get, usually people move where you have family, but I didn't have a family like that. My family likes the cold, I guess. But for me, being able to create, before I came into Puerto Rico, I was hosting retreats before I actually lived here. So I've been hosting retreats, which has sustained me. I do my wellness consulting. I do classes. I do, what else do? I cook food. I do catering and workshops and classes, and retreats are big for me. And now I'm getting ready to start this whole farm project, which is really, I'm volunteering. Until this farm is able to make money, I'm a volunteer on the farm myself. So, but it's something I've wanted to do, and I'm making it happen. So that is pretty much the gist of, no, that's not the gist. That's not the only gist. Another thing is when you have to rely on your own self to sustain yourself, it gets scary for a lot of people, because when you have your safe job and you know in 2 weeks you're getting paid, you know exactly what's going to happen with that money, it is a safety feature that folks are comfortable with. If you let that go and you don't even know what happens next, it can get really scary for folks. And I've been there, done that so many times. I'm not even scared. Like when there is no money and nothing in sight, I'm okay. First of all, if there is no food, I know how to fast, which I haven't had to, because as soon as the last penny is gone, then something just comes and manifests in front of me, and I have another creation. So it's all good. Another thing is, if folks do have a job and they can work online, perfect opportunity to get the heck out of town and bring your laptop, because we have good internet service here. Not everywhere, but here we do have good internet service, and you can work anywhere in the world. If you can get a job where you're working online, then you can work anywhere in the world. And there are opportunities out there that you can look for. Another opportunity that I do that I think is really awesome, and a lot of people, they're not into it, is network marketing. Because folks just think that network marketing is just like, I hate selling and I hate pushing things on people and I hate this and I hate that. And honestly, I hate that about it too. Because the guys who are really doing really well, the big honchos, they just have a circle of influence that many people don't have. So if the little guy who just joined this company starts saying, "Hey, can you watch this video? Hey, can you listen to this call?" Folks are going to be like, "I don't have time for that. I've already done that 100 million thousand times, and I'm just not going to continue it." However, if you do connect with a company that you don't have to do that with, then really check it out. I did find a company that I don't sell and push and sell and push, and can you get on this call, and can you check this out, and I advertise it, yes, on my Facebook, and that's it. I don't even talk about it much. I just post little blurbs here and there, put the website, and when folks are interested, they join and sign up. I make a good check from that itself. So that is something that people need to be mindful of. No matter where you're going to live, whether it's in tropical island or in the States, if you're relying on one job to get paid every 2 weeks, that is a whack attack, okay? You're never going to be able to save enough. You're never going to be able to unplug from this reality and enjoy life the way it was meant to be lived at all. I just don't see it. You need to have what they call multiple streams of income. You need to get on your hustle, and you need to find and create a few things that you really enjoy, not just, oh, I hate this, things that you really enjoy to do that bring money to you, whatever it is. Doing hair on the side, baking on the side, guys who cut lawns, whatever it is. It could be so many different things. If you work for if you're an electrician and you're a licensed electrician and you work for an electrical company, then I'm sure doing side gigs for friends and family and referrals will bring you in more money, if not, than what you get paid in your job. But do that because that's an extra stream of income. And that is pretty much the gist of it. It is, oh gosh, I got one more thing. See, this is why I didn't write it, because my mind keeps flowing. Another thing is simplify your life. You know, we are so bling bling, and ever since I've moved here, like my cash flow has changed. I had a restaurant that was thriving, and now I'm like, you know, I won't say I'm scraping at all, but it's just not the same. When you have a business and you got a register full of money, it's different than, you know, when you get paid or you make money once a month. It's a different world. But because of that, I have simplified my life so amazingly. Like my life, it's just a breath of fresh air. Like it's lighter, it's easier, I'm happier, things are more organized, I'm clear, and you know, so that would be my last tip. Simplify your life. Let go of a lot of the crap that you're buying and paying for and don't really, really need. So we have simplify your life, become an entrepreneur, find opportunities to work online. It's mind over matter. You can do this. Don't be afraid, and go for it. That's what I would have to say. So have a good evening, and let me know what you think about this. And if you need more tips, ask me, because I'm definitely willing to help folks. I think everyone should be able to live their life during the prime of their life, not when they retire at 50 and 60 years old, to enjoy it. So give me a call, holla, talk to you later. Peace.